legend has that one day that rewrites their story. That one game where their talent just explodes and the world bows down.
Cruzamento, Cristiano! Gol!
There were insane hat tricks, absolute worldies, and performances so perfect they felt like a movie. Today, you're gonna see the single best game from each of these football legends. We're kicking it off with how Luis Suarez absolutely rinsed PSG's defense. It was the Champions League quarterfinals in 2014/15. In Paris, on one side, the loaded PSG. On the other, Barcelona with the deadliest trio in Europe that season. Messi, Suarez, Neymar. And the one who lit it up that night was El Pistolero himself. Just 13 minutes in, the warning shot. The number 9 got it on the right and whipped in a perfect cross for Messi. The Argentine hit it first time, placing his shot. The ball smashed off the post. It was just the start of the nightmare for the French side. 4 minutes later came the first blow. Messi played Neymar in behind. The Brazilian was in the clear, stormed into the box, ice cold. A slick little finish past Sirigu. The net bulged in Paris. 1-0 Barcelona. The trio was starting to do serious damage. PSG was still trying to get a foothold, but in the 66th minute, the magic happened. Montoya passed to Suarez on the right. From there, it was pure art. The Uruguayan pulled off a humiliating nutmeg on David Luiz. He got past Marquinhos. Maxwell came over to try and save it, and he got left on the deck too. Suarez slotted it low into the corner. Sirigu got a hand to it, but couldn't keep it out. A screamer. The Uruguayan just bulldozed his way through the box. 2-0 Barcelona. But he wasn't done. In the 78th, Suarez got it in the middle, played a 1-2 with Mascherano. Look at how much space the number 9 has. He looked up, saw David Luiz in front of him again. Pulled off another nutmeg. Yep, the second one in the same game, on the same defender. And then he curled it right into the top bins. Another stunner, another legendary moment. 3-0 Barca. Paris went silent. Barcelona was buzzing. Suarez was making history. PSG tried to fight back. 3 minutes later, Van der Wiel hit a hard shot. It deflected off Mathieu and wrong-footed Ter Stegen. 3-1. But the damage was already done. Full time. A historic performance. 2 megs, 2 bangers. A total humiliation. And Barca was paving its way to glory with pure class on the road to winning the 2015 champions after a masterclass from a Barca number 9. It's time for a real number 9. Another Champions League quarterfinal, this time from the 22nd to 23rd season at Stamford Bridge. The reigning champs versus the greatest champs in history, Chelsea versus Real Madrid. And on that night, Karim Benzema became an absolute nightmare for the English side. Just 20 minutes in, Benzema was already making history. The number 9 linked up with Vini Jr. in the middle and played the Brazilian through with space on the left. Check out the play. 2 defenders get pulled to Vinicius, and they leave the Frenchman wide open. The number 20 puts in the cross. Right on the money. Benzema, a powerful header. Top corner, a brilliant header. No chance for Mendy. 1-0 Real Madrid. Just 3 minutes later came another blow. Modric got it on the right. A perfect cross behind Thiago Silva. Benzema popped up again. A pinpoint header, clinical, sending the keeper the wrong way. 2-0 Real. It was a lesson. It was a demolition job. Chelsea tried to get back in it. In the 39th, Jorginho crossed it from the edge of the box. Havertz got in front of Carvajal and buried a firm header in the corner. 2-1. The reigning champs were still breathing, but Benzema wasn't having it. In the 41st, Vinicius Jr. burst forward again. A low cross. Jorginho tried to cut it out. Benzema showed up at the back post and was inches away from getting his third. Hit it with class. The ball just shaved the paint off the post, but the hat trick was written in the stars, and it came in the first minute of the second half. Real's defense cleared the ball, and Mendy came way out of his box, controlled it, and played an absolute brick to Rudiger. Here he came. Benzema, like a rocket, jumped into the challenge, won the ball, and with the ice-cold composure of a killer, slotted it into the empty net. 3-1 Real Madrid. Hat trick in London on a Champions League night. Karim Benzema, the man of the match. And that season, Real would reclaim their throne in Europe. This next match was an absolute massacre by Erling Haaland. It was a decisive night at the Etihad. Manchester City versus RB Leipzig. Champions League round of 16, 22/23. The first leg, 1-1. It was wide open, and nobody expected what was about to happen. Just 10 minutes in, the first threat. Ake launched a sick ball over the top of the defense. Haaland controlled it, was one-on-one with the keeper, and tried a toe poke. Blaswich closed down well and made the save. It was only the beginning. 18th minute corner for City. Grealish took it. Rodri went up, and the ball hit Henriksen's arm. VAR buzzed in. The ref saw it. Penalty. Haaland grabbed the ball, took a breath, walked towards his destiny, smashed it hard into the corner. Keeper one way, ball the other. 1-0 City. And there wasn't even time to breathe. 2 minutes later, the ball came out from the back. Haaland laid it off for De Bruyne. The Belgian sent a rocket off the crossbar. The keeper didn't even see it, but the number 9 saw everything. Pounced on the rebound with his head. Empty net. He scores again. Lethal. 2-0 City. In the 30th minute, the hat trick almost came. Grealish played Haaland in. The Norwegian hit it first time. And Blaswich saved Leipzig, but only for a moment. In first half stoppage time, Grealish took the corner. Ruben Dias headed it. The ball hit the keeper, hit the post, and stayed out. Haidara tried to clear it, but it blasted off Haaland and went into the net. A first half hat trick. The Etihad was going wild. Coming back from the break, City didn't take their foot off the gas. Just 48 minutes in, Gundogan linked up with Grealish, turned, shot across goal, and scored the fourth. A routing. 5 minutes later, another corner. The ball was bouncing around in the box. Haaland tried a header. Blaswich parried it, and he was right there with his left foot in the 6-yard box. Haaland's fourth goal. A sensational performance from the Norwegian, and in the 56th, another corner, a flick on from Akanji. Blaswich couldn't hold it, and guess who showed up? Haaland with his right foot. 5 goals. Another one on the rebound. The ball was just finding the number 9. 6-0 to City. An unreal performance. He left the pitch in the 63rd minute to a standing ovation. He left the stage, but the show wasn't over. In the 91st, Mahrez cut in from the right, passed it to De Bruyne, who put it in the top corner with absolute class. 7-0 full time, a total demolition. A historic night, 5 goals from Haaland. City was showing its strength, and right there, it began. The journey to the top of Europe. In this next game, Mohamed Salah destroyed his old team with no mercy. Anfield Champions League semi-final. Liverpool hosted Roma, and Salah put on the greatest game of his career with pure genius and zero pity. Just 2 minutes in, he already showed what he was about. Got it on the right, cut inside his man. A shot with his left, but Alisson was switched on and made the first save. Liverpool was piling on the pressure. In the 29th, Salah got a lucky bounce off the opponent. Cut inside, curled it. Alisson saved it again, but the feeling was clear. It was coming. 6 minutes later, Alisson stood no chance. Firmino passed it to the right, and Salah popped up at the edge of the box. Cut inside. An absolute beauty into the top corner. A masterpiece. The ball kissed the top bins. And he didn't celebrate, but the damage was starting. Before halftime, Salah bagged another one. A lightning-fast counterattack. The Egyptian passed to Firmino deep in their own half. The number 9 carried it forward. Look how Salah changed the direction of his run. He left the defender for dead. Got the pass and hit a filthy one chip over Alisson. 2-0. Silence from his old club. Party time for his new one. In the second half, it turned into a show. In the 56th, Alexander-Arnold played a long ball. Salah controlled it with loads of space, waited for the perfect moment, and found Mané arriving like a rocket. 3-0 Liverpool. An assist from the genius. In the 60th, another sick move. Arnold played a back heel. Salah breezed past Juan Jesus. A perfect cross. Firmino just tapped it in. 4-0, Salah's 4th direct goal contribution. Alisson already had his hands on his head. Liverpool scored again before the 70-minute mark. Milner whipped it into the box. Firmino rose up, a downward header. Alisson dove but couldn't get there. 5-0, a hat trick of contributions for Firmino. But the night belonged to Salah, one of the greatest individual performances in Champions League history. In the 73rd, he came off to a massive ovation from all of Anfield. A standing ovation, knowing he had made history. Roma did get a couple back. In the 81st, Dzeko chested it down and scored their first. 4 minutes later, Karate from the spot, 5-2. But the message had been sent. Salah had already settled it. A 5-star performance from a superstar, from a legend, from someone who turned the game into an eternal memory. The fairy tale didn't have a happy ending. In the grand final against Real Madrid, Salah got injured in the first half. He left in tears, carrying the pain in his shoulder, and in his soul, Liverpool felt it. Lost their momentum, and the trophy slipped away. In the next match on the list, one man made history in just 9 minutes, and his name is Robert Lewandowski. It was match day 6 of the 2015 Bundesliga season. A massive clash. The reigning champs versus the runners-up. Bayern Munich versus Wolfsburg. A huge game. Lewandowski started on the bench, and even so, he wrote his name into one of the most insane performances in football. Wolfsburg was the first to strike. In the 25th 25th minute, Draxler played a sweet pass to Caligiuri. The number 7 bolted down the right, broke into the box, and unleashed a rocket past Neuer. 1-0 to the visitors. Pep Guardiola did not like what he saw in the first half, and at the break, he went for it. Took off Thiago and Bernat, brought on Javi Martinez, and Robert Lewandowski. And then the show began. Just 51 minutes in, Vidal got it in the box and backheeled it to Miller. The defense tried to clear it. Dante went in with a tackle. Notice that the fullback Arsh, who was marking Lewandowski, also goes to challenge Miller. But the ball fell cleanly right at the feet of the number 9. Lewandowski made no mistake. All alone, just him and the goal. He tied the game 1-1. The show was starting. The very next minute, Douglas Costa found the striker at the edge of the box. Lewandowski controlled it and drilled it low into the corner. Bayern turns it around 2-1, and the Allianz Arena was starting to witness the impossible. 2 minutes later, a deadly counter from Bayern. Müller sped between 2 defenders, passed it to Götze on the right, and the pass came in first time. Lewandowski shot, the ball smashed off the post. On the rebound, Benaglio tried to save it, but the Pole kept at it and bundled it into the goal. Hat-trick in 5 minutes, 3-1 Bayern. In the 57th, Douglas Costa was flying down the left his man in the dust, and crossed it. The ball bounced, fooled Dante, and Lewandowski, all alone, bulged the net again. 4th goal. The stadium didn't even know how to react anymore. It was unbelievable, but the best was yet to come. In the 60th, Lahm got it on the right and looked into the box. Notice how Lewandowski is already moving between the center backs, looking for the perfect spot to get the ball. The cross was millimeter perfect, and he just hit an outrageous volley, a cinematic strike, a video game goal, a world-class goal. Guardiola put his hands on his head. It was ridiculous. 5 goals in 9 minutes. Lewandowski was writing his name into eternity. Never in the history of Europe's top 4 leagues had anyone scored 5 goals so fast. Historic, immortal, and he almost got the 6th. In the 68th, Douglas Costa sent Alaba down the left. A low cross. Lewandowski showed up again. Hit it with his left, but Rodriguez cleared it off the line. The game ended 5-1 to Bayern, with one of the greatest individual shows in Bundesliga history. And this list wouldn't be complete without the greatest goal scorer in history, Cristiano Ronaldo, at the Bernabeu. But it wasn't just any game. It was a Champions League semi-final. It was a derby, Real Madrid versus Atletico. And it was his night. Real didn't want to wait around. Just 9 minutes in, Sergio Ramos lofted it into the box. Savic tried to clear it, but the ball fell to Casemiro, who hit it back across. And there he was, the number 7, the Predator. He rose higher than everyone and smashed his head through the ball. It exploded into the net. 1-0 Real Madrid. The Bernabeu was on fire. Cristiano opened the scoring, and he wanted more. In the 28th, he took on Lucas Hernandez down the left. He took the fullback dancing, got to the byline, a pinpoint cross. Benzema hit it on the bicycle kick. It was inches away from being another screamer. The pressure was all from Real. In the second half, the show continued. In the 72nd, Marcelo pushed up the left, passed it to Benzema. The number 9's hold-up play was perfect. A first-time pass to Cristiano. Felipe Luis tried to cut it out, but he couldn't. CR7 controlled it and unleashed a rocket. No chance for Oblak. What a goal! The Bernabeu erupted. Another record. Cristiano became the all-time top scorer in Champions League semifinals, passing Di Stefano. He owned the game. He owned the Champions League, but it still wasn't over. In the 85th, a deadly counter from Real. Cristiano on the right parried it with skill, rolled it to Lucas Vazquez. Check out the number 7's movement. He already knew where the ball was going. Vazquez crossed it low. Casemiro let it run with a brilliant dummy, and CR7 popped up all alone. Right place, right time, slotted it home calmly with pure class. Hat trick. 3 goals, 3 daggers, 3-0 against Atletico, 3 times Cristiano Ronaldo. Real had both feet in the final. The second leg just confirmed it, and at the end of the road, another trophy lifted, with Cristiano on top of the world, as always. And if you watched this video this far, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, because we're going to make other parts of this series. My name is Christian Castro, and I'll see you in the next video.